The Hedonic Treadmill. Why happiness always eludes us. Introduction. The paradox of achievement. Imagine you finally achieved something you've long dreamed of. A high-paying job, a luxury car, or an apartment in a prestigious neighborhood. The first few days or weeks are filled with euphoria. You feel like a winner, your happiness level is off the charts. But a month, 2, 6 months pass. And now you've gotten used to the new car. You get irritated in traffic jams. The job feels routine again, and the mortgage bill causes anxiety. The feeling of happiness evaporates like smoke, and you return to your usual, baseline emotional state. Welcome to the Hedonic Treadmill. This psychological phenomenon, discovered and studied in the late 20th century, is the key to understanding one of life's greatest mysteries. Why radical changes in circumstances, both positive and negative, only have a temporary effect on our sense of well-being. We run on this treadmill, striving for the next goal, hoping it will bring us ultimate happiness, only to find ourselves almost back where we started. The essence of the phenomenon, the mechanism of adaptation. The hedonic treadmill is a metaphor describing the human tendency to quickly adapt to changes in life and return to a relatively stable level of happiness. This level is often called the happiness set point. Imagine your happiness level is the temperature in a room with air conditioning and heating. External events are attempts to change the temperature. Winning the lottery turns on the heater, while losing a job turns on the AC. But a built-in thermostat, your psychological and biological system, quickly kicks in and returns the temperature to its set point. You briefly feel warm or cool, but soon it feels normal again. Why does this happen? The mechanism works on several levels. Neurological adaptation, hedonic adaptation. Our brains are wired to notice and respond to changes, not constant states. A new car is a strong stimulus that causes a spike in dopamine, the neurotransmitter associated with reward and pleasure. But with each passing day, the novelty wears off. The brain gets used to the car being there, and it ceases to be a source of bright positive emotions. It becomes the new normal, the background. Cognitive adaptation, changing expectations and focus. After achieving a goal, we quickly change our frame of reference. Our happiness bar is raised. Example: a student dreaming of any job, after being employed, starts dreaming of career advancement. After getting a promotion, they start comparing themselves not to former classmates, but to more successful colleagues. Their focus shifts from what they have to what they lack. This upward comparison phenomenon is a powerful engine of the treadmill. Social adaptation, keeping up with the Joneses. We tend to evaluate our success and well-being relative to those around us. When everyone in your social circle had a simple car, your new sedan caused delight. But when you move to a neighborhood where everyone has 2 luxury cars, yours doesn't seem so special anymore. We run just to stay in place relative to the social landscape. Why it matters? Not money, but our attitude. The most vivid example of the hedonic treadmill at work is the question of money and happiness. Research, e.g., by Nobel laureates Daniel Kahneman and Angus Deaton, shows a nonlinear relationship. Money buys happiness, but only up to a certain point. This point is the income level that allows one to comfortably meet basic needs: food, housing, security, healthcare, and relieves constant financial stress. In developed countries, this is the sum beyond which income growth has almost no effect on daily emotional well-being. Beyond this threshold, the treadmill kicks in. Doubling your income from $100,000 to $200,000 won't make you twice as happy. You'll just get used to more expensive restaurants, vacations, and cars. Thus, the hedonic treadmill explains why the pursuit of external attributes of success is a zero-sum game. For our internal state, we spend enormous resources of energy, time, and health, only to end up back at the same starting line in terms of happiness. Getting off the treadmill. Strategies for a mindful approach. Understanding this phenomenon is not a call to fatalism and the abandonment of aspiration. It's a call to mindfulness. We can't completely turn off our internal thermostat, but we can learn to manage it. Here are some strategies to slow down the treadmill or even step off it. Shifting focus from outcome to process. Instead of fixating on the goal, get a promotion. Start enjoying the activity itself, solving interesting problems, learning new things. Professional growth. Happiness derived from the process, the state of flow, is much less susceptible to adaptation than happiness from possessing an object. Practicing conscious gratitude. This is a direct antidote to hedonic adaptation. Regularly, e.g., in the evening, write down or mentally list 3 to 5 things you are grateful for today. It could be something big, the health of loved ones, or small, a delicious coffee, sunny weather. This practice forcibly switches your focus to what you already have, preventing the brain from taking it for granted. Investing in experiences, not things. Spend money on a concert, a trip, a cooking class, or a skydive, rather than on another gadget. Why? Because our brain adapts to a new phone in a week, while memories of a vivid experience, especially those involving overcoming oneself or deep emotions, do not fade but, on the contrary, can become brighter over time. They become part of our identity. Developing social connections. Deep, meaningful relationships with friends, family, and partners are one of the most reliable sources of long-term happiness. Unlike material goods, the quality of relationships is constantly changing, requires work and empathy, and is therefore difficult to adapt to. Support and a sense of belonging provide a stable foundation. Practicing negative visualization, premeditatio malorum. This technique comes from Stoicism. Periodically imagine that you have lost what you have: your job, your home, your loved ones. This is not masochism, but a powerful exercise that resets the adaptation point. After such a mental experiment, you look at your ordinary life with a fresh perspective and realize its value with renewed strength. Conclusion. Running towards yourself, not away from yourself. The hedonic treadmill is not a curse, but an evolutionary mechanism that compelled our ancestors to strive for more, ensuring the survival of the species. But in the modern world of abundance, this mechanism often works against our psychological well-being. The key takeaway is not to stop setting goals, but to change their nature and our attitude towards them. The most valuable goals are those related to internal growth, helping others, creativity, and deep relationships. These are goals that are inherently endless and have no final point of habituation. To step off the treadmill is to stop running after the mirage of happiness somewhere in the future, and to learn to find it in the very process of life, in the here and now. It is a transition from striving to have to striving to be present, to be connected, to be grateful.